Hi everyone, Justine Leslie here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm an intuitive reader and teacher, and I help sensitive and awakened souls intuitively navigate this crazy world. And today I'm doing that by giving the collective consciousness reading for the second week of February 2020. Interesting energy has been going around. Hopefully last week's also resonated with you. I have the spread already spread out here, and I'm ready to go if you guys are. And again, each slot is a different, can tell us something different about, well, the first one is strength, weakness. We have romantic, personal, work-wise, clarity, guidance, healing. So let's jump into it. And I'm going to flip them over and read as we go along. So let's just jump right into it. So, Okay, so strengths this week: mother, wife, sister, daughter. So, okay, guys, what is the energy like for this week as far as our strengths go? What I'm getting from this particular card is that our feminine energy is very much the strength of the week. What that means is that, and if you've been following me for a while, you understand that I've been talking about feminine and masculine energy a lot of the time. And most feminine energy is more of our being. So it's about healing. It's about using our intuition. It's about rest. It's about recharging. It's about empathy. It's about kindness. It's just about holding space, right? And masculine is always about the doing versus the being. So that's really the way that we can kind of tell. So this week, we're really going to be really, really strong in our feminine. And just so you know, everybody has their masculine and feminine energies. It has to be a balance at all times. But I see the feminine being super strong this week. So that means that we're holding space for more people. We're having more empathy for people. We're being more kind. We're being more compassionate. We're coming from the heart space, things like that. I also see us being really good. If you are in a female body and identify as being female, I see us being really good daughters and mothers and wives this week, and sisters as well, right? Mother, wife, daughter, sister, daughter. So I definitely see that happening this week, and really kind of those roles magnifying and really coming out as really, really compassionate. So keep that in mind. It feels like it's going to happen very naturally. So that's really cool. And if you are a male, someone who identifies with the male form in a male body, I definitely could see your feminine side coming out this week, which could possibly mean, and I don't mean to scare you, being more vulnerable, being more emotional, being more sensitive this week for sure. Okay, so let's move on to what is the weakness then. I keep getting this card. Okay, Earth Guardian, stay rooted and grounded. Guys, we're having an issue being grounded and rooted. Our security is being threatened. Our stability is being threatened this week. This could be anything from basic needs, meaning like shelter and food. We're not gonna be able to. We're not paying our bills or just making it and worrying about money. Just feeling like our security is threatened. Possibly an eviction notice. Anything along those lines, which really threaten basic survival. So not to scare you guys or anything, obviously everything is always working out for you and will work out for you, but this is kind of the rocky point of the week. I see it happening sort of midweek, sort of end of week as well. But the other thing too is that we have to remember is that this is there's tons of greens. I can't even pick this card up. There's tons of greens in this card, which means again, the heart space is coming up. It's kind of, I don't like the word hope. I think you guys know that about me. It's kind of alluding to the fact, like, open your heart and trust that everything is going to work itself out, because it is going to be a little rocky again when it comes to basic survival needs. But really, really keep in mind that, you know, our guides are there for us, our angels are there for us, and everything will always work out. Okay. So again, didn't mean to scare you. Okay, so this is romance. I love this. This is such a great message. Purification. Purification. So a lot of white is coming up. A lot of how do I say this? A lot of white, a lot of white means purification, guys. So like anew, like washing anew. So basically what's coming up romantically is that this week we're going to start having perception shifts around what we actually need to transform and what we need to heal to be able to have a healthy, conscious, and empowering relationship, romantic relationship. This could be whether you're in a relationship or whether you're not in a relationship. I'm very, very conscious that it is Valentine's Day this week, and that's towards the end of the week. So this is a great gift, right? A great gift for our guides at the right time, because we might be spending some time reflecting on our romantic lives, and there's something that we're possibly not seeing that is super unhealed, that is attracting the some misaligned partners. It's attracting a lot of karmic relationships. It's attracting a lot of unhealthy relationships, but there's something that we have to purify within ourselves. It's all about us. So there is some unhealed wound here that we're not seeing and could possibly become very conscious for you during the week. It doesn't feel like, it feels like, again, guys, we have green again. So green keeps coming up. It's about the heart space this week. Like, we need to look within. I have a feeling that's how we're going to figure out what this particular thing is, unless you've done an energy healing or unless you're going through an awakening of some kind. But really, it's going to be about possibly meditating, maybe find a heart chakra meditation, and really trying to figure out what that is that's holding you back for a successful, conscious, empowering, healthy relationship, right? And again, like I said, it almost feels like it's a gift because it's Valentine's Day towards the end of the week this week. So definitely pay attention to that. I feel like also it's not as scary as you think it is. That's really kind of the message that I'm getting, is that it's going to be, it's really about, because it's in the shadows and because you're not conscious of it, that's really the main obstacle. Obviously, it's always super hard healing from something, period. But this doesn't seem like it's going to be, like, it's almost like you can turn this around really quickly to allow a healthy relationship in, or to turn your relationship, like if you're already in one, healthy. So it's really just being about being mindful of it and being conscious of it and looking at it and then making the tweak. So it doesn't feel like it's going to be like years of massive healing. It just feels like it's just like a tweak that needs to be done. But again, it is in the shadows and you're very unconscious. But this week, definitely something could come to light for sure. Okay, personally. Personally, it could be anything: family, friends, home life, stuff like that. All right, personally, it makes a lot of sense, guys. Fire Guardian, ignite your passions. Makes a lot of sense. Red, the reddish color, the maroon color, the orange color, like reddish orange, linked to the solar chakra, linked to the sacral chakra, which is passion, confidence, self-realization, how else do I say this? Empowerment in general. So this is really about taking charge. So focusing this week on your personal passions and how you, like the word focus comes up a lot. Focus, focus, focus. Going for that in your personal life. That is what's been missing in the last couple of weeks of you working on your passion, working on it diligently. I can see that you guys have ideas where your hobbies can turn into actual money coming in, right? Financial stability, which is great because, again, one of our weaknesses this week is possibly money, not feeling rooted, not feeling secure. So that could be something that could be really affecting us. This is so good because we can find out personally that our passions can really turn a profit for us in some type of way. And what this really does is really create and remind us that abundance, that we're always abundant and that we're always prosperous. And the red, again, root chakra, right? And that links to stability. So I definitely feel like we're not exactly like, let's take this seriously. Like, basically the angels are like, let's take this seriously. Let's see if we can turn your passions into hobbies. Let's see if your passions can turn into something, actionable skills that could bring in some security or can bring in some money or something like that. So it definitely feels like a personal transformation in that type of way. So that's actually really exciting. All right, work-wise, guys. All right, I've been here quite a few times. Night, be brave and honest. Something's going on at work where it doesn't feel exactly aligned with who you are. Guys, I understand, we're talking about money, we're talking about security, we're talking about stability. I totally get all of that. My number one fear, if you guys have been following me or know me at all, it is that I'm afraid I'm going to run out of money, like, period. I'm afraid I'm going to be homeless. I feel all of this stuff. And I'm working on that right now. I believe it's past life related. I believe it's ancestral as well. But I totally get it. So when we talk about money, I'm right there with you guys. So I understand how important it is to have a job. I'm also an intuitive empath, right? And I'm also an INFJ. If anybody is familiar with the Myers-Briggs personality scale, I am an INFJ, which means I really need to be doing work that is passionate, in integrity, is some type of purpose, fulfill some type of purpose, personal purpose. And sometimes that's not always the case when it comes to corporations, and not even just corporations, just startups, hospitals, which I guess are corporations, right? Are businesses, all of that stuff. So no industry is safe, unfortunately. And basically what's coming up is that there are some things that have been coming to your attention and getting into your consciousness that maybe not align with you on an integrity level. It is so, so important for you to, and again, like I said, I feel you. I understand that some of us cannot quit our jobs tomorrow. And this actual card is not necessarily about acceptance. You don't necessarily have to accept this. This is more about being honest with yourself and being honest with something that you can trust at your workplace. Maybe just, and that, it could be a manager, it could be somebody that's above you, it could be a coworker or a colleague that is equal to you, whatever it is. Getting it out would be the first step in all of this, and just expressing you feel uncomfortable about a certain thing. Now, does that mean that things will change? No, it actually does not mean that. But this is for your benefit and for your spiritual health to really kind of get it out there. Somebody could also be feeling the same way. That kind of feels like what the energy is that other people are feeling the same way as you, but kind of nobody talks about it, right? But we have to speak our truths. You cannot suppress that. It's important that you say that out loud, because it's almost like you don't want to build it up, and then spill all over the place. So this is how you're going to feel a little bit better and move more into feeling better on a spiritual level. I understand that it's probably not going to create a lot of change at this particular moment, but we've all heard the term planting the seed. Just start talking about it, okay? Start talking about it, get it out. It'll definitely make you feel better, and it will definitely help you with your emotional and spiritual health, okay? All right, and I know it's a tough one, guys. It's definitely a tough one. All right, what do we need extra clarity around this week, guys? What are we confused about? Okay, you're not confused about anything. So here we go. I love this card. You are seeing this situation accurately. So what does this mean? This means, guys, and this has been coming up so much in my readings last week. I go live Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at 10 a.m. Eastern on Facebook. I've been seeing this a lot as the collective consciousness. This is the collective consciousness reading, right? So it makes a lot of sense it's coming up. But we really need to start empowering ourselves to listen to our own intuition. There is no pros or cons list here. There is no, well, did I do the right thing? Did I not do the right thing? This feels kind of off. Go with that. Your intuition is trying to make its way to the surface and trying to have you listen to it. You are seeing the situation 100% accurately. Sometimes with this actual deck, this Angels and Ancestors deck, I get a lot of animals, the instinct card, for example, animal instincts. Same thing with intuition. If you all of a sudden, it's like a quick response almost, that you feel like, this is the right decision, or you make it really quickly, or if it feels that way very, very quickly. You guys know how your intuition works, right? You know how it feels in your body. there is no time for doubt. There is no time for doubt. So you are right on point. You are seeing the intuition. You are seeing the situation accurately, and your intuition is on point. So you actually are not confused this week. You're not. So please start leaning more into that. It feels like a specific decision, like it's almost like something that's been plaguing you for a really long time. It's obviously it's always good to use your intuition throughout. All of your decision making, right? That's super, super important, but it feels like a particular situation that's been bothering you. Okay. What do we need extra guidance on this week? Cool. Air Guardian. Shift your perception. Awesome, guys. I love this very, very much because this is basically saying we need to start looking at things a little bit differently this week. I know I talked about earlier in the romantic slot about shifting your perception about possibly an unhealed wound when it comes to your romantic life. This is pretty much the same, and it actually expands into different areas of your life as well. So there are going to be perception shifts, and it's really, really important that we become really conscious. We are pretty conscious this week. Like, things are coming to the surface that we haven't really thought about, right? Our shadows are coming to the light. That could be because I believe there's a full moon, Sunday the 9th, and that could set us up for the rest of the week for sure. So that could definitely be it. Or it's just the collective consciousness in general is just kind of getting tired of it's just time for a wave of another massive healing. So shift your perception. That is definitely the number one thing that's going to be going on this week, and it's going to be going on naturally, basically, organically. Okay, so what do we need extra healing on this week? This is also tied into what I was just talking about, trust. Guys. If you have trust issues, it's time to start healing that, okay? And that could obviously go right back into the romance, right? And that could go right back into shifting your perception. Do you trust the people around you? Is it them? Is it you? Do you need to do healing? Are these people not trustworthy? That kind of thing. And your relationship to trust in general. Do you trust the universe? Do you trust God? Do you trust that your life will unfold exactly the way that you intended it to? Do you trust opportunities will come to you? Do you trust yourself to make those right decisions, those aligned decisions, things like that? So that is something definitely to work on this week, and definitely where you need the most healing. So if you need to concentrate anywhere, I would take a look at that. So, and it also tells me a lot of these perception shifts are going to be around trust as the central theme, for sure. Okay, guys, interesting week we got going on. I am actually going to I'm excited to see what the romance comes up with. I know we only did one card when it comes to romance, but I do a separate romantic deck. So it is Valentine's week, so I will be putting that out as well. So thank you for watching. Hopefully this resonated. If it did, please put something in the comments. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel if this resonates with you and you want to see more videos like this. And hopefully see you guys soon. Bye.